sorry, that was so weird. But, I decided to make a story time video because I like watching story time videos, so maybe y'all will want to watch me talk about something that happened in my life that's funny or sad or scary. Yeah. But we're going to talk about the first time I got high. So, I've smoked weed before, all this like 3 times before, and I never really got high. So I was like, fuck. They only had a little bit, always, they would bring like this much. So I'd get like nobody high, nobody. So I went to my friend's house, Lisa and Matt, and they're like stoners as fuck. Like, oh, they're dead ass stoners. And so we went to her garage because our parents are home. So we went to her garage, and she got her bowl. She had her bowl, and like she packed a bowl. They really wanted to get me high, so they saved a lot, so I would get high. And after like my second hit, I felt like, because I was taking really big hits, so because I really wanted to get high, I felt like these tingling feelings in my toes and my fingers, and I was like, yo, I don't know if it's a feeling thing or like if my body's just like falling asleep, like when you sit on your foot for a long time. And she was like, just keep taking hits. So I took like 2 more, and like she's like, take another hit, and like I remember myself blacking out. Like, I don't even know why. I just started fucking laughing so damn hard. Like, I just started cracking up in her garage. I was like, it's okay, because she was occupied. She didn't know what the fuck to do. She didn't know, like, it's like, Tara, it's gonna be okay. Like, her parents weren't home either. So, I go inside. Like, I walk, and it was like a mission to me. Like, I was staring at my face the whole time. I was like, okay, this is where you need to go. So, I was like, I was out of it. Like, I was out of it. Like, I was super damn high. And I get in her house, and Matt's sitting there, and he's fucked up. And he's sitting there, like, and I was like, and I just started fucking laughing at him. And he was like, yo. I was like, yeah. And he was like, cool. And so I went inside, and I sat on the couch, and her 2-year-old sister was there. Her 2-year-old, what the fuck? Her 2-year-old sister was there. And 2 or 3. I was in there, and I saw, she was like my best friend ever while I was high. And we were sitting there, we was talking to her, and I was like, and Alyssa and Matt were in there making fucking food while they were high. And oh my god, that shit tasted so good. We'll get back to that. So I was in there with the, oh my god, time went by so slow. Like, I remember sitting there with the 3-year-old sister. She was on the computer doing something. If we were sober, we would have took the computer from her. But we just didn't care. So we were sitting there, and we were talking, and I was watching her do something on the laptop. And we were just chilling, and it was like it was like 7:49 or something. And it felt like an hour went by, and I looked at the clock, and it was 7:50. I was like, what the fuck? And so I got up, and they were like, Tara, dinner time, and I was like, I'll be there in a minute. And it felt like I was sitting there for like 5 hours before I got up. Like, I was like, my food's gonna get cold. I should get up and eat it. By the time my food was already been cold, I didn't care. I was gonna eat it. And it was like 3 minutes later. So I got up and I got my food and I ate it. And it was so fucking good. Like, the texture and everything in your freaking mouth, it was just like, you could taste and feel all the textures, and it was like, it was so good. And I remember I went to take a drink. Like, I had my own drink, but I went to take a drink of Alyssa's drink. We had the same exact thing. She was like, Tara, no, you can't. I'm sick. So she got done eating it, and she put her plate in there. And I remember grabbing her cup. I was like, it's out of down. And like, it was just like, she was like, I felt like a badass by taking her drink. Like, I felt like I was being a badass by taking her drink. So, I went upstairs to her bed because I sent her my aunt Snapchat, and she was like, Tara Lynn, call me right now. And I was like, oh shit. So I went upstairs to her room and I was like, she's like, where are you? She's a stoner too, so she lays off. Like if my mom, if that was my mom, dead. I'm fucking dead. So I called my aunt and she was like, Tara, where are you? And I was like, Oklahoma, or else else. I remember thinking Oklahoma for some reason. And she was like, what are you doing? I was like, waiting for takeout and Kylie to get here. And I'm petting the dog, talking to her little sister. Alyssa doesn't have a dog. What the fuck? It was just my excuse. And she's like, okay. Like, okay. She's like, good night, I love you. And I remember sitting there for like 3 more minutes. And cut that out. But I remember waiting here for 50 minutes. And I was just lying there, like, enjoying it. Like, it felt like there's like a bunch of like stuff coming out of my body. I don't fucking know how to explain it. And I was making videos of myself. I was like, yeah, I'll show you the damn video. I'll show you the video. It's hilarious. You don't even understand what I'm saying, but I was trying to explain how the light made me look compared to what I looked like without the light. But that's not anywhere near the game on guys. I look so ugly in this, okay? I was not wearing any makeup or anything, so. What the fuck did I even say? And this is other video. With Matt. He had the Pringles bar on his head that I just ate all the Pringles out of. And like I remember it coming down on his shoulder. And I just freaked the fuck out. He looked at me, he's like, okay. Like he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He didn't know why I was screaming. But my fucking, and like her sister is in the background, like she's fucking. What the fuck? Man. And this is her sister.
Me. Look. She's like you. Say you. No, say you. Say me. You don't know my name.
I was trying to act normal. Yeah. And this is the last video I took.
No one's chipping up in it. Up in Alyssa's house. And I was like, hey, little baby. We could travel a lot. And we know a lot about each other now. We're like best friends, right?
She's like, yeah. And then I was texting random people, and I remember texting Nadia. And I was like, she was like, I was sending her a bunch of videos. She was like, dead, laughy face. And I was like, funny? You find this funny? And I was texting myself back because I thought it was her. And I was like, yes, I do. Was that bad? Yeah, I know. And I wrote, I don't even know, I forget. And then she was like, are you high or something? And I was like, yeah, someone. And I was like, where are you from? And she was like, the fuck? And then I, like, didn't text her back. So, man, it was super funny. I remember I was laughing so hard looking back on that when I woke up in the morning. And I remember going back to bed. I remember, like, I was, like, 10 o'clock and I went to bed. And I remember laying there. And I got up, like, 20 minutes later. I got up because I wasn't tired anymore. And I went to the top of the steps. And her steps are like this. But it looked like it was like this. And I was stood at the top. I was like, guys, come help me down the steps. And, like, nobody said anything at me. Back to me. And so, Matthew just texted me. And so I was like, I said it again. And they were like, nobody said anything again. So I was like, I'll just go down on my butt. So I got on my butt. And I started going down the steps. And I got down the steps eventually. And it took like ages to get down those steps, I swear. So then I finally went to bed and I was sleeping. And then I woke up and her mom was home. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And Alyssa was super stoned. And her mom knew. Her mom fucking knew. The fan was in there and the window was open. And the weed crumbs were in the window. And she was like, her mom was like, Alyssa. And she was like, Mom, you just gotta be the chill, Mom. But it all seemed like it was like normal, like she was playing it off, like she wasn't high, because, I mean, I was high and it seemed like she was acting normal. And so I was like, do not say anything. Act like you're sleeping here. So I was acting like I was sleeping, because if I opened my eyes, I would have fucking died. I would have died. So yeah, that was the first time I got high. And then I did it again and again and again and again and again and again and again afterwards. It was the most amazing experience ever in my entire life, like ever.